Frohe Ostern.
Happy Easter.
Finally, we're actually out here in Germany. We've been here now for what, about a month?
Yep. When do we leave? The 20th of March.
Arrived on the 21st, and now we've got the Easter time.
But so much sit down has gone down in that first month. Oh my goodness. We thought it was just going to be so easy to arrive over here. The truck arrives and we get going.
That's right. In principle, we're supposed to arrive on the 25th of March. But we find out there's a 2 weeks delay.
Yep. So here we are on the Autobahn heading for Rotterdam. Finally, almost 2 weeks later than what we expected, to pick up our Troopy. It's been lots of challenges on the way and I'm sure there's more to come, but it's really exciting now.
Woohoo! Troopy, here we come. And then the challenges we've had with the German authorities, let's not go too far into that. We could
What do you liken it to? The Banana Republic.
I'd literally call it the German Republic now equals the Banana Republic, literally. Disappointing, yeah. I think, the bureaucracy and everything else. And yeah, just most importantly for anybody else out there as well, just make sure if you want to import your car temporarily to Europe, do not enter Germany, any other country. And that's what we end up doing.
I think the forum said don't go through Spain either.
Spain, I think, is another country.
Yeah, it's
that's
another
right
country.
And just briefly why, at the end of the day, where the authorities are coming from, they obviously, quite a few Germans must have done the wrong thing, or other people as well, that they imported cars temporarily. Matter of fact, they imported them permanently and then sold them without paying any duties. So they're basically asking all up a total of, say, 30% security deposit. So you can imagine it adds up a lot. Say if a car is worth 100 grand, you're talking 30 grand. If it's worth a couple of hundred grand, you're talking 60 grand.
And they wanted it in cash.
That's right, you couldn't even pay it in
And
cash.
they didn't exactly tell us how we were going to get it back. Or when.
Right. Yeah, so very simple. As our vehicle, we're going the container through Rotterdam. We actually just made some changes and it was able to change with extra fees, of course, again.
Yep, money.
Another $1,000, or they may even want another $2,500 now. But we basically just left in Rotterdam, and whoopsie daisy, really. They were a pleasure to deal with in Holland, and we just drove there.
Hey, that has got to be the flattest damn country I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, you can't blame anyone for thinking that the world's flat. It is just flat. There's not even a little like that.
It is.
It's ridiculous.
It is quite like that. I mean, like you look here, there's just some undulation
Rolling,
everywhere.
Yeah.
And in Holland, it's just flat.
Flat. And flat. And we even went to northern parts of Holland thinking it would be prettier. We had the most fantastic meal though.
Ooh, that was divine.
And then we decided, well, we're not actually going to stay here. We'll just head back to Germany. And finally we kind of like, the border crossing. Oh, I was shitting myself. I was driving the Troopy and these cops were all on the side of the road. And one thing that we're very aware of is this Cruisinator is probably borderline weight to over. So,
well, there's a little bit more to that. But yeah, let's come to that another time. But literally becoming freeway, so the freeway continues, 3 lanes. But you come to the German border, they actually closed the entire freeway.
I know.
Detour. And guess what they're doing? They're weighing vehicles to make sure we don't offer your GVM, your gross vehicle mass. That's a little bit of a challenge with us, if I may want to elaborate on that briefly. Because our car actually has got an upgrade to 3.8 ton GVM, which is fine because fully laden we're probably at 3.6, 3.7 ton. But in Germany or in Europe in general, they have this fancy rule that any vehicle above 3.5 ton is classed a truck. And what that means, of course, there's extra money involved, extra fees, restrictions, and. So we had been given the advice, which we're really appreciative of, by our Cruisinator fit-out person, Stefano. You may want to keep your GVM upgrade officially below 3.5 ton. So we actually have a GVM upgrade of 3.499. Surprise, surprise. But of course, that would mean if we're actually getting weighed and we're actually 3.6, well, the paperwork says actually 3.499.
But that doesn't stop us shitting ourselves when we see these cops And Bernhard is in the car in front because we had to take 2 cars to pick up the Troopy. I'm driving the Troopy because I'm not insured for the car.
Yes, my brother's car, which we borrowed.
Bernhard gets sailed through like nothing.
And what did you do?
I went, smiled so sweetly, went like this to the cops and got waved through, thank God. And they looked at me as though, what was that just went through?
And I'm, because in the front I was like, oh my God, don't tell me, but we have to try to negotiate our way through these German police.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, he's got the paperwork. It's not sitting in the Troopy.
Anyway, they waved us through, so that was big.
All about
sigh
me.
of relief.
Yeah, all about me.
So well, but that was the journey back, that we pretty much drove back to Germany, back to the family, and to get a few more bits and pieces done on our quest tour.
Which was booked in for early Monday morning.
Well,
But we arrived there, and I'll be quite blunt about it. This moron says, okay, well, we might have it back to you after Easter. And it was like, we booked it in January. We came and saw you when we arrived in Germany. We phoned you on the Friday before the Monday to make sure it was booked in. And now you tell us we've got another week to wait? I don't fucking think so.
It wasn't a lot of fun. It caused a fair bit of stress. Also meant ultimately...
It was a lot of stress.
I suppose what the journey is about, though, is, well, it always... Do you remember what I always say? We're not defined by how much shit we're being dealt with, but how we deal with whatever challenges are being thrown at us.
Challenge.
So what we end up doing is I could work out with this slightly old-fashioned mechanic that actually...
excuse me, you're being so nice. It's ridiculous. This old fart.
Anyway, so but I could actually, he let me work in his workshop, so the majority of work I did myself, which we had to do, install this the center console, which didn't arrive on time in Australia, so therefore we dragged it with us on the plane and installed that. Had some challenges with the compressor and some line that needed to be done, needed some door adjustments made as well, needed to change the snorkel, which we noticed was broken, which we then brought with us as well, which didn't arrive in time.
Yep.
That's right. So anyway, we got these mechanical things out of the way and finally had the car
But in the
ready.
meantime, Bernhard gets sick. Not so hot. And raging fevers and
There's still a little bit of cough there.
this cough.
And yes, I was slightly overworked as I was doing a bit of work as well from my business back home, and not getting much sleep for a couple of nights in a row. Then I was down for a few days, and that's why we delayed. But hey, it worked out all right. Look now, beautiful weather. If you looked at the day before yesterday, it was actually slightly chilly. I think it was
Slight was like 1 degrees.
or maybe 1 in the morning.
Minus in the morning.
5-6 daytime, so it was a bit chilly. So now it's actually beautiful. We can't complain.
Look at us. T-shirt.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And well, we're still enjoying a wax diet on our way actually up to Holland. We visited some beautiful friends. So that was wonderful. What would be one of your favorite towns or cities in Germany?
What's the one we got the biscuits?
Yes. So they are Printen. And the Printen, anybody knows a bit about Germany? They come from Aachen. So Aachen, which is in the northwestern corner of Germany, close to the border of Holland. And very famous for it. And it's just beautiful. It's like an amazing, like I would say, gingerbread-like variety. We've eaten most of them already. Just absolutely divine. You also get very nice ones around Nuremberg, but these are specific to Aachen.
But if you're talking about villages that I really liked, it has to be Heidelberg. My daughter, my German daughter, lives in Heidelberg, or just out of it now, and so we went to see Fiona, and travelling back through that town with the best gelato that I've ever tasted in my life.
That Italian. You cannot beat the Italians in Germany.
Yeah.
Even gelato in Italy, beautiful, but you know what? The Italians in Germany.
And what's the price in Malula Bar? Bloody $9 a scoop.
I think $9.30.
$9.30 a scoop. What do we pay?
Okay, but €1.80, so that's probably equivalent to say $3.50, $3.40.
Yeah.
But
things are expensive here. Like we're paying groceries the same as
at home nowadays.
As at home, if not slightly more in various aspects. So that's been a little bit of a shock.
It has changed.
The diesel's up there.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all we need is food and diesel. So we're cruising, really.
Exactly right.
And it's 19 years today.
Oh my
17.
God.
It's 19 years today that we met each other.
Oh, what happened then, back then, 17 years
17
ago,
years
Easter time?
Easter time. We, kind of had a bottle of wine.
Got closer. So yes, it's actually our anniversary.
Yep, it's our relationship anniversary.
17 amazing years. It doesn't even feel like 17 years.
And look where we are now. I mean, who'd have thought that years later we're here spending 6 months travelling in Europe. So thank you for joining us on our travels, those of you that do. We'll try not to make it too boring. In fact, we haven't quite found our mojo yet, but we will.
Well, no, and of course, we'd also love your feedback as well. Like, of course, we're not everybody's cup of tea. But most importantly, what I'd like to say is, of course, really, we'd just love to share what we are doing. It doesn't say do what we are doing. If that's what you like, absolutely love to give you whatever advice we have as well. We'd also love to learn from you. But it's just most important, that's why our motto as well as Phoenix and Princess, it's never too late.
That never too late's really important because I'm the old cougar here. I'm 10 years older than Bernhard, so yeah. I've got a few extra exercises and a few extra little things I might divulge that I need to do so that I can make this journey
and of course,
as well.
Also for myself as well, to stay fit. I mean, it's one of the greatest values, of course, our health. Without health, life is not much fun. And yes, of course, it's never too late for each and everybody to think about what is it, what do we love doing in life. It can be little things. It's learn how to play the flute, the piano. It doesn't have to be climb Mount Everest. It could be the small things that make a difference in life. Well, we enjoy traveling, and this is the first leg of our journey. Most likely around the world, the first 6 months for a small Eastern European trip, and you definitely start enjoying it.
Yeah. So, happy Easter.
Happy Easter, frohe Ostern.